Hi, I'm Mike Lewis, and today is a special day because we are starting with a new series on this channel, and this series is gonna be about making cartoon characters a bit more real. And we are starting with Cartoon Network series, which when I was a kid was a really big thing. I'm not sure if it is now, but when I was a kid I totally loved it. And I thought it would be nice to make something with those characters. We're gonna start with...
Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup have dedicated their lives to fight.
Yes, that's right, the Powerpuff Girls. So I'm gonna take the original poster from Cartoon Network series of the Powerpuff Girls and I'm gonna try to make it a bit more real. How it's gonna look? I'm not sure yet, but we're gonna find out. So let's go. I hope you will like it. If you like it, please remember to give a like, comment, and if you like the content, subscribe. Okay, let's go. So the first thing you can see that I've got the poster of the Powerpuff Girls, and this is gonna be my reference point. So I'm gonna start with the baby head, and I'm using transform tool to fit with the first character. Okay, I'm using liquify tool to correct a bit eyebrows, and I'm bringing a picture of a girl to extract the hair from her. And for this I'm using a select and mask tool in Photoshop. So I'm changing the color from the hair to black hair to match my character, and then I move to the eyes. So I'm just using a simple selection tool to make circles and then fill them with correct colors. So I'm adding some shadows to make the eyes a bit more real and some gradients. And then I found a picture of the eye to add a bit more realism to the eyes. And I blend it with our picture. I duplicate the eye to the left side. And I play with the hair. I use liquify tool to make sure that the hair fits our original shape. Okay, now it's time for a dress. I found a picture of a dress and I'm gonna make some few small adjustments to fit our character. And I'm using spot healing brush to delete the places that I don't want to see. And I'm using just a simple transform tool to match the dress with our character. And of course hue saturation layer to change the colors. And I'm also creating again a hue saturation layer to make the black belt on the buttercup. And then I place a picture of a hand and I delay the hand, only the part of the hand, to make those hands looks a bit cartoonish. I use puppet pin tool to correct the shape and then a pen tool to delete the places that I don't want to see. I fixed some colors, correct the contrast, and then we need to add some shoes. So I found the shoes from Ballerine and I thought, wow, they are gonna be great. So I have the shoes right here, so I'm just masking it. I'm creating the legs with simple pen tool and filling it with white color. And then I'm creating some shadows and I'm bringing our shoes. I'm adding some more shadows to make it look more real. Again, shadows. And I make the head a bit more brighter. I found another picture of an eye and I want to add some more and more details to the eye. And I want to add some more realistic reflections. So I make the layer black and white and I change the blending mode and I blend with our eye. And I also blend the small nerves on the eye with our eye to add again a bit more details. So now we are done with Buttercup, we are moving to Blossom. I'm just duplicating our first gear, change a few things to it to make it Blossom. So I start with changing the color of the dress, then I'm adding a mouth to it, the Blossom Girl is not gonna be so angry as the Buttercup was. So that's the reason why she is smiling. I'm changing the color of the eyes, so just using a simple hue saturation layer. And deleting some hair and changing the color to match our original character. I'm duplicating the hair from the top and moving behind of the blossom. And we also need to add a bow, which the blossom has on the top of the head. So I found a picture of the typical bow, and I'm just using the Liquify tool to change the shape of it. Now I'm adding some light and shadows, using exposure layer, and of course masking it. And then I move to bubbles, so again I duplicate our previous gear, and I change a few things to it. So the first thing, I change the color of the dress, I change the position of the hands, and correct some shadows here and there. And also change the color of the hair. I use Liquify tool again and add some small details. Now I change the color of the eyes. And I also make the head a bit brighter. Then I fix some places here and there. And add some shadows. So you can see that I'm doing some small fixes here and there to bring the contrast higher and the brightness a bit. And when I'm happy with our Powerpuff Girls, I move to the background, so I found a picture of the clouds and changed the color to match our original poster. And I found another picture of the clouds and I also blend it with our background. And then I move to light trail, so I create a rectangle with pink color. And then I found some light trails on the internet and I blend with the rectangle. I change the size of the light trail a bit, and I duplicate a few times. And to make it even more magical, I add some particles, and I change the color of the particles to pink, and I blend it with our light trail. And I mask it, of course. And I add some white lines to make a border of the light trail. And then when I'm happy with my light trail, I duplicate it and I move to the right side to make a light trail to Buttercup. So the only thing is to put a new hue saturation layer and change the color to green. And also for bubbles I do the same thing, I move the light trail to the left and change the color to blue. And to add a bit more realism, I create a new hue saturation layers on the characters and add some colors which could the light trails imitating. And I copy the logos from the original poster and I paste them on our new poster. And I'm just using the blending modes to blend them. I also created some shadows beneath the Powerpuff Girls logo to make sure that the small text is also visible. I fixed some places here and there. And I wanted to imitate some kind of bloomish effect, so I created a few solid colors layer and I changed the blending mode of them to screen and I brushed the color in a few places. And I also add an effect which I really like and it can help you adding some more details to your final image. This is an effect which is called glowing edges and you can find it in filters in Photoshop. So I use these values, edge width 1, edge brightness 6 and smoothness 6. And then I desaturate the new layer and I change the blending mode to screen and you can see that it's adding some edges here and there on our poster. And I add distortion to make the light trails a bit more real. It's a great effect and I use it almost on every artwork that I do. And then for the final part, as usual, I go to Camera Raw filter, I change a few things, I play with color mixer and I also add a bit of sharpening. And then I go to lens distortion to add some chromatic aberration effect and also add some vignette. And that's it for today's video. It was really fun to make this poster and bring those characters to life, to make them a bit more realistic. I hope you liked it, I hope you learned something from it, and of course had fun with this whole process. And if you like to see more of this kind of videos, please give a like, comment, tell me which character would you like to see next, and of course subscribe. Thank you, and to the next time, bye.